disappointment. Alhamdulillah, I'm done with my studies and preparing for my National Youth Service Corps, that is NYSC. Is a 1-year program which graduates in Nigeria partake to serve the nation before settling down in the labor market. Having schooled away from home all my life, this time around my parents are so determined that I will get a relocation back to Abuja after my 21 days camp. Wherever I'm being posted to in Nigeria, I will go and then will certainly come back. So yeah, I was keyed fully 100% into this plan and I began my registration. I had limited options. There are 36 states in Nigeria, but including the FCT, which is Abuja, making it 37, you get to be posted to either of these 37 places. So I got scrolling down the states that appeared on my screen. Though there are limited options there, the only state I could connect really well with there is Bauchi, because I have this amazing Islamic bond with them. Virtually everyone I have met that is from that state is Islamically knowledgeable or has this Islamic vibe in them, and they have really inspired me in such a great way. And so it was one of my choices, and I prayed that I get posted to Bauchi if it is the best for me in my dunya, my akhirah, and my deen. And of course, your girl, I got fantasizing. I could just see myself going to the madrasa in Bauchi. I could see myself, my apartment in Bauchi, and how I began to make friends. I just went into a daydream before I left my computer. Our posting later came out. Lo and behold, I got posted to a state called Jigawa. Jigawa, I know, is in the northwestern part of Nigeria. I've not met anyone from that state. I don't know anything whatsoever about the state. I sourced information about the camp and the state in general. Though I've heard good things about it, like my camp is one of the most comfortable and latest camps, but I wasn't too excited. But Alhamdulillah, I'm very, very happy that Allah have chosen such a comfortable place for me, though I'm yet to see it. But for a minute, just for a second, I will say, I thought about how life would have been in Bauchi, because I was thinking about Islam. And you need to know that this period of my life is one of the most demotivating period in my spiritual life. My university was like the hype of everything, and everything in my Islamic life depreciated after my university. I got to the point where I could spend days without reciting the Qur'an. I grew up in Abuja, but all my life I have not gotten anything Islamic to surround me. Every of my Islamic asset is sourced somewhere else outside the city. So after my university, I was so not that happy because I want to continue schooling. School is where I get every of my motivation when it comes to Islam. And at the end of it, it was like a part of me, a great part of me has been stolen away. And I can never ever get it from anywhere else, so I thought. And yeah, that was why initially I wanted Bauchi State. On the D-Day, I packed my luggage and headed to Fanisau, where the Jigawa camp is located. Upon my arrival at the camp, everything seemed so cool. It's just okay, though I have a neutral mind. But my camp was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the condition of my camp was way better than a whole lot of camps across the nation. So alhamdulillah, I thanked Allah so much for bringing me to such a comfortable place. And it started bringing up sweet memories of my secondary school with the early morning joggings, and so with the sweet memories of my secondary school, and being that I love sports so much, and meeting people from my university. Oh my god, moments, and even people from my law school. It just felt homey kind of, because I'm now meeting and getting memories of goodness there. To crown it all again, I met amazing new people. It was so lovely. I began to sink in with the Jigawa community, and being that place is very quiet, it's just chill, calm, and the people are very simple. Things are overly cheap there. I can remember before going to camp, I was told that things in camp are double the expense in the market. So it's better for me to purchase whatever I will be needing in camp back home before I go to the camp. Surprisingly, whatever I got from home is more expensive than things in camp. I was now wondering, what will be the price of things off camp in this Jigawa? The state seemed lovely, and I began to fall in love with Jigawa genuinely. The turning point, and the point where I got to the no return, because at that point I said I'm not going back home after the 21 days, was when I met MCAN. MCAN means Muslim Couples Association of Nigeria. It is like the mother version of MSS. MSSN means Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, and MSS is throughout the schools. You can find it in primary schools, secondary schools, and universities, and I have always been an active member of that. In fact, MSS is my biggest motivation in Islam. During the last days of my university, I genuinely mourned MSS. I thought that would be the end of my Islamic journey in life, and I wasn't happy. I felt as if part of me is gone for real, and there's nothing I'm gonna do about it. Meeting MCAN here now, and knowing now that it is just another version of MSS, it made me felt a whole again. It made me feel so happy, and I felt so connected to these people, and for some reason I connected so well with these people. I can remember once I was talking with the MCAN Jigawa State Amir, when he was saying, Amira, do not worry, it's just a matter of days, and inshallah you will be off camp. This environment isn't really good for you, and things like that. And I understood the point he was trying to make. May Allah bless him abundantly. I mean, our dressing code there isn't exactly Islamic. We were meant to put on shirts and just t-shirts, both the men and the women there, and there is this gender mixture and things like that. Islam doesn't approve of things like that. But alhamdulillah, my camp was very much more relaxed, because when there is a law, when there is a uniformity of something in some areas, it will have to be less strict, being that the culture of the people there would have to, in a way, be considered. And this Jigawa state is dominantly a Muslim state, and these people are known to be this conservative type of people. They cover much and so on, and so the dress code there is a bit more relaxed. So throughout my campaign, I didn't wear a short. No, my trousers were very long. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Please do support our channel by subscribing and like this video. Thank you. So yeah, back to our story. Towards the end of the camp, I got selected amongst the lucky few that were given the opportunity to choose their places of primary assignment, that is PPA, and which is the place where we will get to spend the rest of our service year. So then, I got thinking, because we were given a warning to say, if you have applied for relocation, then putting down your name in this list will automatically cancel the relocation process. So I got thinking, because I remembered that we had a plan with my parents before I left home to say I will be relocated back to Abuja immediately after my camp. And now I have found my purpose. As we know, the purpose of our creation is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no doubt that remaining in Jigawa would have been the best thing that would have happened to me, because here I have the whole motivation that I need of Islam. Things I didn't tell you is, I am a lawyer, so if I get posted back to Abuja, I might be posted to a chamber where I wouldn't be able to use my hijab. So you see, this is an obstacle. But here in Jigawa, I was told I could choose the PPA of my choice, which means it could even be in a school or any other place. And of course, I love teaching. So the thing in my mind was to teach in one of the higher institutions. And luckily for me, that higher institution happened to be very close to the MCAN hostel. The second thing is, I get to stay in the hostel with my Muslim sisters, thereby making me become more motivated. It will bring back the school vibe. Apart from that, again, whilst in the law school, I used to teach at a madrasa. Madrasa means an Islamic school. That is to teach the Qur'an. At the same time, to learn there, I teach the small children, and then in turn, someone will teach me. Here in Jigawa, I got the same opportunity. I was told MCAN has a madrasa where I could teach and I could learn. In Abuja, I don't have that opportunity. I was kind of confused a bit, because I do not want to disappoint my parent. Apart from that, everything I thought was missing and usurped from my life is back now. So what should I do? I got thinking, but there is limited time. In fact, the list is supposed to be submitted tomorrow. So I called home. I called very late at night. I called my mom to tell her the whole thing. And yeah, she was happy about me finding myself and being happier there, but she was she missed me. She wanted me to be home. And apart from that, she was like, that is camp, you're comfortable in camp. Do you know how the condition of living after camp will be? Because you will have to leave the camp environment. You will be living off the camp somewhere else. Will you surely be comfortable? Because she's saying at home you have your room, you have everything you need. It's more comfortable. Besides, we get to see you every time. So I got thinking, and yeah, somehow I got to the conclusion that I will just stay. And mom supported me. She said, if I'm sure I will be comfortable there, I will be okay. And since she knows that I've always been away from home and I've been fine, so she's fine with it. They're all fine. So I prayed to Allah. Actually, I prayed that Allah should manifest the best. And there is no doubt in my mind that the best will probably, in fact, like 98% must surely be Jigawa. Because, Jigawa, I mean, everything Islam, and Allah is about Islam. So why would He take me away from something He thinks will bring me closer to Him? So at the end of the day, I wrote my name. I was the one even writing the list of the female. So I made sure everybody that is supposed to be included in the list is included. I wrote down my name also, knowing my PPA, knowing everything, knowing that, finally I will be in Dusi. That is the state capital of Jigawa. Finally, I got my letter and I had no doubt what was in there. The only thing I was waiting for is to go and report. Though I would just have to open it to see what it even looks like. So I opened my letter. Lo and behold, I got dead at the moment? What? What am I seeing? Why did Allah allow that to happen? Wallahi, I was dumbfounded for a couple of minutes. I couldn't move. I don't understand why. Ya Allah, I found myself finally here, and now I am to be relocated. Oh my God, I was so disappointed. I was so out of my mind. I couldn't hold it back. I was just quiet. I was just moving. I don't know. I wasn't seeing anything or anyone. And being that I was the camp Amira then, people knew me. So when I would be passing, people would be like, "Hi Amira, how are you? Where were you posted to? I've been relocated, or I've been posted to this, to that." I answered 1, 2, 3, 4. Truly, I started like tears were dropping from my eyes a bit. I was trying to hold back my tears, but the moment I got to the mosque, which is where we kept our boxes, I lost it. I began to cry so much, and everybody was like, "What happened? What happened? Don't worry, calm down. What is it?" I said, "I've been relocated." And the funniest thing is, people want to be relocated. A lot, like half of the camp, everybody wants to be relocated to somewhere, especially to Abuja. They are saying, "You that got the relocation to where everybody want. Why are you crying now? Besides, it's your home. What is it?" And see, nobody could understand it, and I couldn't explain to anybody why I was seriously crying like this. And nobody understood. Nevertheless, they said, "Okay, don't worry. We have a way. We will make a contact. We will tell them there is a mistake." Reversed back. My heart finally broke into pieces when I was told that despite all this contact they are making, there is no way my relocation could be reversed because it came from a higher authority. What? Let me call. It's from the headquarters. It's in Abuja. I called my mom, and immediately my mom picked the call. I busted into another set of cries. Like, I was so crying. My mom said, "Calm down. What is it? You're making me scared." And I explained. I said, "Mom, I've been relocated." I was so out of it. And mind you, I'm not a weak person. I'm actually a very, very strong person. I'm not that emotional. But that day, I don't know, we had an appointment with Allah. My mind was so into this. I had the purest of intention in my life to say, I want to stay here, not because of anything, but because of Islam. Like, if there were not Islam, every other thing I have here is a nothing. Like, I'm going back home. Besides, Abuja is the capital. Like, everybody wants to come to Abuja, so why will I stay back here? Do you understand how, oh my God, I was so disappointed. I said, we had this with Allah. Allah saw my intention. Why did Allah allow this to happen? I was so not happy. I was so crying. You can imagine how when the highest in authority, the one who can do and undo, have now undone it, whom would I complain to? This is it. Assuming it's somebody that disappointed me, I will say, Ya Allah, someone have disappointed me. Please fix this thing for me. But then this was between me and Allah did not agree, and I have no one to complain to except the same Allah. And oh Allah, my heart. I was so not happy, but though I knew deep down in me that no matter what, Allah will never let me down, and whatever happens for the best. Though I cannot see any best in this. Like, what best is there? Do you know how demotivated I was before I come here, finally finding myself, and now, Ya Allah, you're taking me back to that place, and I'll be lost. Ya Allah, I'll be lost. So I stayed finally a couple of days in that Jigawa, thinking maybe some miracle will happen, and tomorrow morning I will open the letter and it will say I'm in Jigawa. But yeah, my cold feet, nothing happened. So I had to get back to Abuja. I wasn't happy. Then another news came to me. I do not know at that moment then if it were a good one or a bad one, because I was told if I stay for some months without reporting to Abuja here, my relocation will automatically reverse back to Jigawa. And then I was kept in the state of dilemma, because this moment I'm already home. I have accepted the decree of Allah and believing that, okay, it's the best for me, and seeing my parents, and they were already making arrangement for my PPA. Now on the fence, 1 minute I want to go back to Jigawa, another minute I should just stay back in Abuja because it was Allah that has decreed it in the first place. Probably it's the best because I have prayed before doing that. And with the encouragement of my family, everybody is saying Abuja is better for you, Abuja is better for you. Apart from that, with the fact that there is MCAN in Abuja also, because MCAN is nationwide. But the only thing is, MCAN could be an hour drive from my house here in Abuja, and I wouldn't be staying with them. I begin to think this way, to say, probably I wouldn't actually be missing out as I thought in the first place, because no matter what, I will still have this motivation. It wouldn't be as totally not there as before, since I will still get to mingle with MCAN in a way. Though I know 90% of whatever effect it would have had on me if I had remained in Jigawa wouldn't be. So finally I decided to stay in Abuja and to accept it. But though I stayed here, I was still missing Jigawa. 1 minute I would just stay in my room and keep quiet, and I would just think about Jigawa for some minutes. Though I wasn't like totally out of my mind and it has to be Jigawa or something. No, I was calm, I was okay, I was feeling okay, alhamdulillah. But I wouldn't deny the fact that there is something missing and I want it to be filled. So I got added to the WhatsApp group of MCAN Abuja, where one day I was so home, it was so boring, I wasn't doing anything, and I was thinking about life in Jigawa. Had I been there now, okay, maybe I'll be with the sisters, we would have been reciting the Qur'an, or we would have been talking about some Islamic stuff or something. I was just quiet, so I was just scrolling through my messages, and when I opened the MCAN group message, I saw that they have a hangout. So I said, okay, why not? Though I don't know these people again. The bad part of being on relocation is that when you come back to wherever you've been relocated to, you will become a new person, or like a stranger to everybody, because nobody knows you, you don't know anybody. So it's a fresh start. Oh God. But nevertheless, it's still better than none. So I went for their hangout. It was cool, it was nice. We went to places and I got to meet some sisters and even brothers, and yeah, that day I smiled better than other days. It was so cool. So yeah, from there I started to fit into the environment too. I began to make friends amongst the MCAN members and so on, and I was invited for the Ashura. We got everything done and so on, and before I knew it, wallahi, Allah brought back everything I missed, because I got to know that MCAN have a headquarters here, and the headquarters has a madrasa where I can go and teach and learn. Allahu Akbar. This is what I thought I can never ever get anymore. Slowly, little by little, Allah began to manifest His plans for me, and He brought back everything I missed with everything I never imagined I could ever have. And this is how it is. Apart from the madrasa stuff, my PPA, one of the things I was scared of is coming here to be posted to anywhere I couldn't use my hijab. I got posted to a place related to my cause and I used my full hijab. Allahu Akbar one. Another thing is I became a full member of MCAN here. Surprisingly, it's not an hour drive from my house as I thought it could be. And yeah, I got so involved with them. And then there is an MCAN lodge. So there is a sisters lodge where I could just go there also to seek my motivation. And during camps, I will go and stay there for the whole 21 days, except if, of course, I have an excuse because I was the sisters coordinator. So it's like fully now, I got to experience the hostel life whilst I'm still at home. I could just go to the hostel and stay full time if I wish to. If I wish to, during weekends, I could just go and spend the weekend with the sisters. And of course, during camp, is one of my duties, in fact, to stay in the camp for the 21 days with my box and everything. I'm relocating to the camp. And do you know what that means again? Is a revival of my secondary school experience. Like, I've camped for, like, how many camps? I've experienced a lot of camps now. I became the national treasurer. That is the one of the most amazing part of this, because one of my plans whilst I'm in Jigawa, I will be writing just as I did in my university. In my last year, I begin writing just simple Islamic reminders to be shared amongst the Muslims there. And yeah, I was planning to do the same thing with Jigawa if I get the opportunity to. But did you see? Allah did not allow that message to only go to Jigawa. Now I am part of the national team, and being part of the national team, whatever message I have for Jigawa, I have the opportunity now to share it with 36 other states, including Abuja. I was among the only 2 female to be part of the national executives, and of course, I was holding double posts. I was holding both the FCT Abuja post and the national post. It was seriously amazing because Allah brought back Jigawa in the form of Abuja for me, and then gave me something even better in the form of being amongst the national executives. Then I got to be part of every decision making that will affect the lives of every Muslim core member in the whole of Nigeria. And I am overwhelmed. Allahu Akbar. And I never calculated this very well to see that, yeah, this was after Allah's plan all the way. Allah saw it. I was thinking, why would Allah take me away from there when my intentions were the best ever? Now I know. Allah did not just want me to meet a small group of people. Allah have broadened the horizon for me. And Allah made me meet a lot of people. And apart from that, do you know the peak, the height of this is that Allah wanted me to be exposed to the Islamic world of Abuja, to say, even after my service, it wouldn't then be over for me to go back to part 1, where I came from, and become demotivated again. Because had I been in Jigawa, had Allah allowed me to remain in Jigawa, I will be motivated for 1 year for sure. But after Jigawa, I will have to come back to Abuja, which means I will go back to square one to become demotivated again, because I have left my motivation somewhere else. But Allah, being the Lord of the worlds and the one that has every knowledge and wisdom, now made it in such a way that I will do that. I will have to serve here in my home. Even after my service year, I now understand how to practice Islam here in Abuja. Even if I were to live the rest of my life in Abuja, now I know how to go about it. I will never be demotivated anymore. I'm so happy. Ya Allah, thank you so much, because I never knew such an Islamic thing is going on here in the Abuja. I was thinking nothing is going on. Now I know a lot of Islamic organizations and so on. And besides, I've even joined the ones that I want to join. Apart from that, in fact, like, I'm so exposed when it comes to Islam in Abuja. Wow, I have found myself, Allah have brought back everything and a manifold better things for me, and I understood so much. And you know how I have an exam to attend again in Abuja. Was I left in Jigawa, I will have to get a permission to attend this course for 2 months. The permission that I do not even have the guarantee I would be given from NYSC to come all over here. And even if I would be given, it means me getting on the road every time, probably every 2 weeks, from to and fro Jigawa and Abuja. But Allah made everything easy for me. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. So with this, my brothers and sisters, I hope you have learned something, and I hope you would learn to trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when He says no, and you know there is no way, this is the best thing ever, and Allah still says no, despite the fact that you cannot see anything. Just trust Allah. I have so many disappointments in life, but this time around, Allah is using this event that has happened to me to tell me, I'm with you all along. I'm with you, and I know what you do not know. And that is true. When I was in the university, I thought there is nothing better than that. When I go to that Jigawa, there is nothing. Like, that is the ultimate. I never thought. Allah brought back what I was missing in the university in Jigawa for me. And I thought that is the ultimate. At the same time, He took it away again to show me His might. But Alhamdulillah, I still thank Allah for helping me still stand my ground and be firm on my deen despite the disappointment. I would have simply say, okay, I'm over it. How will He do this to me? So I'm over it. I'm not doing anything religious anymore. But Alhamdulillah that He helped me to still stay true to the deen, even despite the disappointment. And you see what staying cost me? It has brought anything. It has brought things beyond my imagination of goodness. Did you see? After taking away the Jigawa, despite my excitement by everything, then He brought back something to me everlasting. As I'm talking to you today, I'm part of Islamic organizations in Abuja. You see, I have a very, very great connection with the 36 states MCANs. Do you see? Apart from that, I can go to the MCAN headquarters in Abuja and attend their programs and even contribute to them. I can still go and teach the madrasa students. Up to now, as I'm talking to you, I'm still speaking. I do WhatsApp, I chat with my students and so on, and all of us are still here in Abuja, and I'm done with my service here already. Allahu Akbar. I'm not even able to tell you some of the things still. Some of the benefits I got from this that I never ever thought in my wildest dream it will happen. But it happened by the will of Allah. So be patient. Be patient. Do not panic. Allah knows what you do not know. And if this message got to you, then it is a way of Allah to telling you that I have done this for Aisha. I will do this for you too. Do not worry. And even me too, that I'm talking to you as I'm giving you this story, it's not like all my problems in life are solved. No, I still have my own disappointments still. But that event only have made me realize that Allah seriously loves me and He is with me, and that I should trust Him even if I cannot see anything good in what is happening to me. So I have learned to say, yes, Allah is the ultimate. The only thing that will help me to benefit from Allah is to have the purest of intentions and to stand my ground Islamically, and Allah will never ever let me down. If Allah have done this to me, Allah will do this to you, and even better. So may Allah have mercy on all of us and solve your problems and bring about miracles, joy and goodness to all of you listening to this. I love you all. Please do take care. Assalamu alaikum.